to the show. In this episode, we're going to take a look at relationships and interesting aspects of what's happening post-COVID. Let's dive right in. Why some couples are joining the Living Apart Together movement. Imagine a world where you never fight with your partner about washing dishes or laundry or whose turn it is to clean the bathroom. There's no weaponizing competence or disagreement about decor, although sage green is always the answer. And you never have to wake up to their alarm clock or find a way to sleep through their snores. In this world, your partner isn't your roommate. They're simply your partner. That's the reality for couples in LAT relationships. Living apart together. LAT, which stands for Living Apart Together, is a relationship dynamic in which couples live apart from each other intentionally. A living apart together relationship is a long-term relationship where couples are fully committed, but they choose to live apart from their partner instead of cohabitating. Relationship expert Nicole Moore says, though people might not use the official term LAT, relationships have been around for years. Even Sarah Paulson recently shared that she lives separately from her partner, Holland Taylor, stating it's the secret to their relationship. Sharon Hyman, 61, agrees. I've seen relationships where husband and wife actually have their separate rooms, and it works. Hyman runs the Facebook community group Our Partners Living Apart Together and is directing the documentary The Apartners, Living Happily Ever Apart. For her, being LAT provides the best of both worlds. I have a very solid committed relationship and also have time to be on my own, she tells PS. Yeah, so I've definitely seen situations where a husband has his own bedroom, the wife has her own bedroom, they're together, but they also have some time to be apart. Absence makes the mind grow fond, I believe, is the saying. Sometimes it's overbearing if you're on top of each other 24/7. Of course, an LAT relationship isn't for everyone, but for the people in these partnerships, the benefits are clear. Most notably, the ability to maintain a strong bond while preserving personal space and independence. You know, pre-COVID, you had a situation where you see your partner in the morning very shortly. You both had your separate ways to work. You see each other in the evening for dinner, and you go to bed. You do it all over again. When COVID came, we found ourselves working from home and on top of each other 24/7. It affected a lot of relationships. Nicole Moore is a relationship therapist and founder of the Love Works Method, a program that has helped people find lasting love fast. An LAT relationship is an arrangement in which couples function and operate as a unit, but they don't sleep in the same bed in the same house together every single night, Moore says. People in LAT relationships often have to find other ways to build intimacy with their partner. Right, you're probably doing more outside events together and things together and sharing experiences, right, rather than just being there on the couch. Hyman notes this relationship dynamic doesn't have to be rigid, however. Similarly to any other relationships, LAT relationships can be fluid, Hyman says. When you need more time together, it's possible, and when you need less time together, that's possible too. The most obvious benefit is the independence LAT relationships provide for each individual. Many long-term couples that live together become enmeshed and they start to lose all sense of who they are as individuals, Moore says. But living apart together can help couples not lose themselves or their distinct personalities. This is the case for Hyman, who really values time to herself. By being LAT, it gives me that time that I need, that everyone needs, to really get to know themselves, work on themselves, work on their issues, and take responsibility for their issues, she adds. Mike Weber, 66, loves that LAT allows him to follow his passions without it interfering with his partner's space. His partner likes movies and TV shows, whereas Weber is more of music kind of person and collects vinyl records. We like having our own places that we can tailor to our individual preferences. It happens. Sometimes the man prefers to watch documentaries or sports. The woman might prefer to watch reality TV. It's nice to have two TVs in the house. One person's in the bedroom, one person's in the living room. And you sort of do your own thing and enjoy your own time, right? Even though you're in the same house and you're together. Additionally, the LAT dynamic helps his 22-year relationship feel new, right? The anticipation of seeing your partner always keeps things fresh. You've seen how people hug each other at the airport when they haven't seen each other in a long time. It's completely different to how you greet your partner when you sleep in the same bed every day. Another benefit, LAT relationships require less logistical maneuvering for blended families and parents of children from prior relationships. Kelsey Kilana, 37, has 3 children from her past relationship, and she lives 5 hours away from her current partner because uprooting either of our lives felt unfair, she adds. Culinary and logistically, living LAT made perfect sense for us. For Kilana, the hardest part about being LAT is coordinating schedules. Both of us are business owners with family obligations that demand our attention, making it tough to see each other as often as we'd like, she says. As for Weber, he says there are no major cons for him and his partner, though his partner's mattress is a little too hard for my liking, he says. Although some people may believe an LAT relationship, although some people might believe an LAT relationship would be expensive because of the dual rents and expenses, Hyman disagrees. We both have very small, like 500 square feet, modest apartments that have rent control, she says. If we moved in together, we'd have to get a much bigger place, and we would lose our rent control of places, and it would be more costly, actually. The biggest issue you may face in an LAT relationship, however, may be judgments from family or friends. Some people have the mistaken idea that happy couples must live together and share a bed together, or something is wrong with the relationship, so you may sometimes feel judged for your choice to live apart, Moore says. I can give you a good example here. What if you're married and one of you is a pilot? You're often not home for many days, especially if you're flying international. What if you're married or your partner is somebody that is an athlete, a professional athlete? They're on the plane all the time, going to away games. Or your partner could be a diplomat who's traveling from country to country and often not home for months. So it could be, if everything with your partner is great, but you find yourself arguing about roommate problems like chores and household upkeep, you may benefit from an LAT relationship, Moore says. Couples with wildly different sleep preferences, schedules, or living habits would also benefit most from an LAT relationship, she adds. But an LAT relationship also doesn't work for everyone. At the end of the day, an LAT relationship is just one example of a dynamic that could work for you if you allow yourself to think beyond what society traditionally tells you to do. I want people to know that options exist, Hyman says. Forget what families tell you, what culture tells you, and start to look at what really works for you and your partner. If it's living together, that's one thing. But if it's not living together, that's okay too. It's your life. Live it. Just because you're not living together doesn't mean that you're not going through life together, Hyman says. And just because you're not sharing physical space doesn't mean you're not sharing emotional and spiritual space. I couldn't have said it better. That's all we have for this episode. Please like and subscribe. Head to buymeacoffee.com/SamsonKing. Support us there. We appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time.